spending time on a Friday evening when it's at the start of the weekend is generally happens with friends, and it happens in a casual environment.
Just lift your mic a little.
Yeah, yeah,
That's a height difference.
yeah. And it's for fun, right? It's not for education or business. It really has to be fun. And if you have chosen to come to this gathering, and I'm expecting that you have come with that mindset that, hey, yeah, this is where we will have some fun-based learning, and we'll try to maybe do some business, but at least have fun. So I feel privileged that you have chosen to spend time with us on a Friday evening. And we'll try to make sure that we present our thoughts around how do we see the growth in the industry, how do we see the trend, and how do you really can take it forward for your customers, and we together go and try to solve problems for the customers. I will try to keep it as light as possible. There were quite a lot of heavy slides that I truncated while working with my team here, and we'll make sure that we are to the pointed on our discussions. This is an experienced set of businessmen, entrepreneurs, professionals in this gathering today, and you all have keenly observed the growth and the trend happening in the industry for last many years. Some of you are doing business for last decades, 2, 3, 4 decades also, and some of you probably are fresh entrepreneurs. But in recent time, our most refreshed memory about the trend is that for last 10 years, every organization had been on the digital transformation journey. Whether it was an organization which was a technical world organization, a company which will be called a tech company, or a banking or financial organization, or a customer service organization, or even the manufacturing organization. Every organization, each sector was on the digitalization journey. And that's the reason now we are saying that every enterprise almost, if they are already there, or if they are on that journey, they are digital enterprises. The technology drives the operations, technology drives innovations, and they are using technology almost everyone to move forward to the next generation of the innovations also. And in this pattern, what we are seeing is that one data point that also I want to bring that, and it also is seen in the market now, that some of those sectors like manufacturing, which were not as digital as the other sectors, have also started on that journey and seem to be taking lead on the new trend and new artificial intelligence related trends on the use cases. But whatever happens now onwards, every organization and digital enterprise need to focus on these 3 aspects. And they are actually doing it. Because bigger and bigger amount of data coming into the picture, bigger and bigger amount of processing power required, therefore scalability becomes key. And with the speed the changes are happening, the scalability has to be really, really flexible as well, in the sense that anytime if you want a scalability downwards, that also should be available to you. And if you want to scale it upward, that also should be available. What scalability is driving is ultimately the productivity, the new kind of services, new kind of innovations, new kind of needs arising from many different kinds of use cases. That is the productivity part. And as Doctor was saying a few minutes back, that it all is available also to the people who do not have such a great intention about the whole world. Therefore, they are also getting smarter. So therefore, the security also becomes key. These are the 3 key drivers, and these are the key 3 needs of the future around which we have created our own philosophy and our own product portfolio. And we will try to explain in our next few slides that how we are making sure that we are able to enable the organization on their scalability needs, their productivity needs, and their security needs. Now, before I dive deep into that part, or before my team start looking into that, one pitch that I would like to make, that why Sify is really best placed to be able to help our customers or the whole ecosystem in a journey. One, this is an organization in this fast-paced world where age of a typical organization is now in years and maybe in few decades, not in hundreds of years the way the old General Electric or the Tata groups or the General Motors were. The organizations come and go. This is the organization that had a lot of firsts to its name, but after the first also continued to grow and sustain. Basically, it got involved in doing a sustained business, made sure that it was taking the matured business calls and at the same time be able to innovate and build delivered services to its customers. Sify was the first internet service private ISP of the country. That's where it gained a lot of recognition and name. Many people in the hinterlands, in the tier 2, tier 3 cities, for them, the recall value of Sify is still that internet service provider. Many people in this country probably had their first email address with Sify domain. From that point onwards, to come to today, where the organization is planning to invest 9,000 crore to build the infrastructure, the digital infrastructure in the country, building the infrastructure which is artificial intelligence ready, building the infrastructure and continuing to evolve the services that has not just been the ISP, the consumer-based service, but enterprise-ready service, enterprise-compliant service, and future-ready. And that requires continuous innovation, that requires continuous dedication of the teams, and that also requires that there is an investment philosophy that is not taking a reckless investment calls or reckless customer acquisition calls, but a real solid business that also brings the returns to its investors. And that's where I would say that it's a well-placed organization. We are very well-placed to continue to take our customers or enterprises in a journey where they can have a full trust on the capability of the organization and its sustainability across many, many years. And that's why that tagline of tested, trusted, and tried is important, because people have been trying and testing us for now almost 3 decades. Now, how are we offering the services and how are we bucketing the services into multiple components? First layer is the infrastructure, and another layer is the application and the services. The infrastructure level we have categorized and put into 2 companies, Sify Technology Services and Sify Infinite Spaces. Sify Technology, being the parent company, very much known to everyone, also holds the telecom license and therefore is able to offer the regulated network services. Sify Infinite Spaces is the data center company, data center co-location company. This is the company that had established India's first data center in September 2020. And now it has come to the level where it has a projection of it spending 9,000 crore to build another 500 megawatt of data centers across the country. And we have a clear roadmap for that. And on top of it, it's an ICT company. That means a bouquet of the technology and the digital services, which includes cloud, managed services, and many other components. That's the digital services. So these are the 3 different organizations that we have built under the holding company of Sify Technologies that are serving our customers. Looking into a bit in the detail on the specific component of the services, network services started with pure play, the MPLS, to all the way to all kinds of managed services with a full spread across the country. We are present in almost every district. We are serving the customers who have requirements and the SLA-based service needs in every district, and we are trying to serve them, and we are actually serving them. The data centers. Data centers are heavily capital-driven business. It requires hundreds of crores, if not the thousands of the crores of investment, and it's a heavily demanding customers for this, because our enterprises and the customers host their most critical infrastructure, their compute and storage and their cloud in the data centers. And the impact of the services or the disruption in the data centers is a multiplied impact on their business. Therefore, data center becomes important. And we have started developing the data center right in the 2000 all the way up to today. We have grown to 100 megawatts of the data center operational, more than 300 megawatts of data center under development, and then many more hundreds of megawatts that we are planning to move and develop. And then on top of it, the cloud, AI, and the security services and the digital services. Our colleagues will talk in more detail about that. Now what we have also done that to become ready for the artificial intelligence, we have made sure that every component of that stack that I showed in the previous slide is also AI ready. Network infrastructure, making the network infrastructure AI ready means we are able to respond to the packets or the needs of the sensors very quickly. That means the low latency infrastructure at a bandwidth level which is available across the country. Data centers ready for AI means earlier if a data center was consuming X amount of energy, or it was storing the servers within a specific kind of a spec of computing and a storage capability, the AI servers are multifold to that. Multifold in the compute capability, multifold in the storage capability, and multifold in the energy capability. So data centers have to be ready to consume that kind of energy, to be able to cool that kind of a heat generated from that kind of an energy consumption, and should be able to also grow and carry that kind of a data center load. So data center being ready for that. And then there's the cloud layer and the security layer to be AI ready as well. So what we have ensured is that our cloud has the GPU as a service, and the security layer also has the AI components built into that to take care of that. So that's how we have made sure that we are AI ready as well. Specifically on the data centers, few specific points that I want to talk about is that when the data centers are being constructed, they are in the becoming a center of a huge energy consumption. A data center, so they have to be sustainable as well. Sustainable in the sense that if a data center, and the energy consumption wise, in what could, let's say, a full Vashi as a facility, Vashi as a local suburb could consume the energy, a data center could consume that kind of energy in just 10 acres of land. And when you are consuming so much of energy, and your customers are asking, and you are asking that, hey, that energy consumption has to be in the manner which is not making an impact on the environment. Therefore, it has to come in a renewable energy. So sustainability becomes a key issue on that. The AI, artificial intelligence workloads become a key issue on that. So those are the key issues there. But what we have done is that we have established data centers in all the metropolitan areas. Mumbai happens to be our largest data center campus, where we will have close to 300 megawatt of the capacity. We have launched 2 more campuses in Chennai and Noida with 130 megawatt each. We have an existing data centers in Hyderabad, Bangalore, and we plan to develop more. And then we have a data center in Kolkata. And all these data centers are connected through our network, which makes sure that our customers are not just taking the data center, but they are taking the connected data centers. This is another picture of that same, which provides the building-wise data center capabilities and the capacities, and then the future roadmap on that. You could see that the largest campus we have in Rabale in Navi Mumbai, and then we have the facilities coming up in the other. We have the facility in Noida, Chennai, Bangalore, and we also have a large land parcel in Hyderabad where we can build up to 400 megawatt data center also. Right? A quick snap of those data centers. And some of the specification related with these data centers, that how they can provide, meet our customers' requirements. Yep. Okay, so I would like to hand over to Rakesh for the network infrastructure.